Hey folks, Prof D again. All right, now we're moving on to part 2 of my op guide for the DVX200. You should have already taken a good look at the tripod demo. Okay, part 1, just basically powering up the camera, getting it ready to go. And now we're going to get into something that's a little bit tricky to navigate on the DVX200, but it's the menu area, okay? So I really encourage you, take your time, go through this. Again, my term is you want to own it, okay? Like a lot of things these days, okay, this is a very versatile camera. It has a lot of menu options, okay? You've got to know how to adjust things for the way you want to use it, all right? And one of the things I find here around school is people will get into menu functions, change things around, and they don't always change it back. Professionals tend to make sure they always change things back, otherwise you'll hear about it. But in school, you never know where you're going to get the camera and the way it was used before you went to operate it. So you really want to get comfortable with the menu, functions, okay, and adjusting things. So if you follow my op guide, okay, the first thing you're going to do is select menu and use the wheel, all right, or the LCD screen to navigate, okay? I tend to use the wheel a lot because I don't like to touch things on the LCD screen. I like to keep it clean, all right? But if you look over here, I've got the general menu, okay? And then I've got a wheel that will navigate things up and down. So this menu gets pretty detailed and you really need to spend a little time with it. Okay, you'll get it, all right? It's consistent the way it works, all right? But first I'm hitting the menu button, okay? And once I hit that, you'll see it go into a different mode here. Okay, and then there's a wheel right next to the menu button. And this is going to allow me to go through different things. Okay? All right, so the first thing, all right, is going to go to other function. So I'm just moving that wheel again. Okay? And once I get to other function, okay, if I push the wheel straight in, all right, it'll ask me format media. And yeah, I want to format my SD card here. I push it again because I'm on the right setting. Okay, I put my SD card into SD card 1. So I'm just rolling that wheel till it goes, yellow like that. And I hit it again. Okay, do you want to format card? Yes, I roll the wheel, yes. Okay, I hit it again. And because it's a biggie, formatting card will erase all contents. Do you want to continue? Yes. Now make sure there's nothing on there that you need. I'm a big fan of every time I do a shoot, I come back and I transfer that footage over and I back it up. Okay, so I take it off the card and make sure it lives in at least 2 places. Okay, so if I hit this again, now formatting. And I get the hourglass. Okay? Once that's done, there's a number of menu settings that you have to do with this camera. Okay? The camera is very versatile, so it will allow you to do a lot of different things, but you have to tell it what you want it to do, and you do that through the menu settings. Okay? So the first one I'm going to go into, okay, I can hit exit, and I don't like to touch the LCD screen a lot. So if I hit menu again, it'll take me out. All right, I'm going to hit menu again to come right back in because I've got to make some other menu adjustments here. Okay, and if I go to number 4, okay, in part 2, I go to system mode. So I'm in the menu, I roll the wheel. Okay, and you can roll it either way. I took the long way, but system mode. Push it in, okay? And here it's going to tell me, or ask me, I should say, what type of file I want to shoot. Now, if I'm going to be shooting in Avid, MOV files, right? Avid likes QuickTimes, okay? If I was shooting in Premiere, all right, I can hit this again, and it allows me to switch between MOV, MP4, AVC HD. Okay, I'm coming right back out. I'm going into .mov. Okay, good. All right. Now I'm not done with this particular setting. Next one I'm going to go to record format, and I'm going to hit this. Okay. And back in, I push the wheel back in. Now you're going to see very versatile camera, so it goes through all types of file formats. Okay. And I'm in the one I like to use. FHD 1080 23.98 all-1 200M. Okay, and the reason I like this file is it's 24 frames per second, so it gives you a little bit of that cinematic look to it. It's got a nice, vibrant look, okay, natural to the eye, all right. It also is a very robust file. So if I shoot this file correctly and bring it into Avid, it gives me a lot of meat to work in my color grading, okay? And I can enhance usually the image I have and really stylize it in a nice way. Okay, so once I'm set all there, all right, I'm gonna hit menu again, and I come back out, and you'll notice, all right, right over here, it's telling me FHD 1080 all-1. It's telling me I'm shooting a .mov file, and I'm at 23.98. Okay, all really important. If you're working professionally, they're going to tell you what format, okay, and what files they want you to shoot. If you don't do that, you're going to hear about it. So go slow, make sure everything is step to step, okay? And I tell all my students, slow down to speed up, okay? So you got to take your time going through this process. This is all done way ahead of shooting anything. All right, I'm going to continue with other menu adjustments. Okay, the next one I'm going to come into, I hit menu again, and I'm now on to number 5 in my op guide. Okay, and I'm looking for Auto SW. Okay, so I'm going to roll the wheel. See it there at the bottom? Whoop. Okay, I went the other direction, and here we go, Auto SW. I come in, all right, and I want to make sure Auto Iris is off. I'm going to iris the camera. If it's on, it's going to auto adjust it for you. I want to be telling this camera what to do. AGC, automatic gain control. I also want to make sure it's off, okay? Everybody see that? It's off. The one I want to leave on, okay, is auto shutter, all right? And I'm going to leave that on. We saw that we were shooting 23.98, okay, which is the frame rate, which really is 24 frames. So when I leave this on, the camera's automatically going to double that frame rate, and it's going to set the shutter, I'll show it to you when I come out, at 48. And that's what it should be. If you want to adjust your shutter speed, okay, the norm is twice the frame rate, okay? So if I leave it in auto, it will detect it for me. It's just one less thing I need to work with. But I want to make sure that that iris and gain control, I set them, okay? All right, so I come back out, all right, and you're going to see auto shutter down here, okay, 48. That's where I want it to be, okay? Now, very important. Sometimes I'll even do this the first thing, but if you have any issues when you start to shoot footage or you don't like the way something looks, all right, I mentioned in the beginning of this demo that very often you'll get a student who takes out the camera, will play with menu settings, change something, okay, and not change it back. Okay, so there is a way to go back into the menus and go to the factory initial set. And that might be a good thing to do. If things don't work the way you want them to, go into the menu, okay, and something's not adding up to you, you can go through here again, and you go to other function, you're going to hit the wheel in, all right, and see initial set, okay, I go into initial set, and I'm going to hit all. It's going to bring it back to the factory presets, the way Panasonic wanted this camera to be set when it left the building. Okay, I hit this again, and because it's a biggie, it's asking me yes. There we go. And now it's setting everything back to the way it was. All right, now I just set everything back to the way it was. You can hear it clicking away a little bit. It's doing a few things. It'll come back up for me. But now I do need to go back and double check my other menu settings that I put in here. Okay, so if I go back to system mode and record mode, here's what I'm going to do. I come into the menu. All right, gets a little easier next time around. System mode. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Okay, it switched it over to MP4. I'm going to be working in Avid. So I'm going to click on this, push the wheel in. MOV, there we go. Back out. Record format, also change that. So I'm going into record format, and I'm going to move it over to my (1080) 23.98p all-1 200M. Hit the wheel in, it'll set it for me. Okay, if I hit menu, I come out. All right, now the next one I wanted to go to, all right, is Auto SW. So if I hit menu again, I can come down to the bottom. this, Auto SW, I hit the wheel in, okay, automatic iris is on, okay, I want to turn it off, easy, off, push the wheel in again, automatic gain control is on, I don't want it to be, I'm going to expose my camera, so I'm going to come up to that, okay, and I'm going to push that in, I'm going to turn it off. All right, and the rest of these are good. Take a little time. You're going to need to play with this menu. It gets deep, all right? But you've got to set it correctly. Otherwise, it usually means a reshoot, okay? And when you're working for different shows, they're going to tell you how they want you to shoot it, all right? And in class, I'm going to make sure that you're shooting these file formats and you're paying a lot of attention. Slow down so you can speed up.